My older brother was 17 years old. I was 6 months old. And actually he was on the way to the store to buy me milk. And according to stories that I've heard, a mistaken identity situation happened. He was shot in the stomach and killed. Hi, my name is Faith, F-A-I-T-H. I am currently a quality assurance analyst with the Department of Substance Abuse. And basically what I do is audit the Department of Substance Abuse to make sure that they are in compliance with state and federal regulations. My job came about due to situations and circumstances growing up. I grew up on the south side of Chicago, lived a pretty normal life. I was raised as an only child. I would soon later find out that I had two other siblings. One was murdered and one was adopted at birth. What I didn't know was that my mother suffered from a heroin addiction. So I learned that I was a child of an addict. And with that came a lot of trials and tribulations, a lot of moving, eviction, just a lot of despair and depression. Growing up, I felt that, I wasn't good enough. I wasn't loved. Why is this happening to me? And throughout my years of schooling, I realized that this is seriously an addiction. When I was 11, she was brutally attacked and she was shot. She was in the hospital for about 6 months. And I was forced to live with my aunt. And with that, I had to transfer schools. I had to meet new friends. I was bullied. And my life just really took a different transition. So I vowed to myself that I would be strong and just be there for my mom because I felt like she had no one else. She only had me. She recovered, but not really. She still was an addict in my eyes because she still possessed some of the behaviors, but she still was my mom. So she did no wrong to me. Christmas Eve, 2010, she passed. It kind of just took a piece of my soul because not only was my mom gone, but it was like one of the best holidays that a child could celebrate. And moving forward, it was like, I really don't care about Christmas Eve anymore because everything that it stands for is just non-existent to me. Before she passed though, we had a conversation, and the conversation just was basically her apologizing, saying how sorry she was and how she didn't want me to go down a path that she went down. And I later found out that her addiction progressed when my older brother was murdered. My older brother was 17 years old. I was 6 months old. And actually he was on the way to the store to buy me milk. And according to stories that I've heard, a mistaken identity situation happened. He was shot in the stomach and killed. So during that conversation, I told her that if I didn't do anything else, that I was gonna make her proud. And it sent me down the career path of being a mental health and substance abuse counselor. I enrolled in school, Kennedy King College at first, and then Chicago State University. I obtained my associate's degree in mental health and addiction studies, and then my bachelor's degree in psychology. And I started my work. And my work was just to let my clients know that I understood, I didn't judge, I was there to help. And in that, it gave me a sense of peace to know that I was doing the work that I told my mom I would do, and I was making her proud. During all of that, then I became sick. Initially, I was told it was a gallbladder issue. Thank God that I didn't have the surgery because I had a surgery scheduled to have my gallbladder removed, and come to find out it was not my gallbladder. I had Crohn's disease. So Crohn's disease is an autoimmune disorder that affects parts of the colon. And my large intestines is what is infected. And basically, I have a hard time digesting fibrous foods. I have a hard time with eating certain things. My body just doesn't digest food. So my immune system is fighting my colon. So in return, my colon is trying to fight back. The last 8 months, I was in and out of the hospital 2 or 3 times for weeks at a time. Had a few surgeries, missed a lot of work, which led me into a super deep depression. I lost a lot of weight, drastically, 40 pounds within about 4 or 5 months. During that experience, I felt really broken, and I just felt like I wasn't good enough. I felt like I wasn't pretty anymore. I couldn't function at work. I couldn't go out with my friends. I just was not living life like I knew I should have been. And my last hospital stay was July 2019. And I was in a hospital thinking that I needed to have peace. And with that came my nonprofit organization, Broken to Peace Foundation. And what the foundation is based on is providing enrichment education and mental health services to young girls. And I'm trying to be what I needed as a kid. So the goal is to provide young ladies with enough support so that they know that all of the environmental factors, the difficulties that you face at home, all of the trauma from gun violence and all of the different rapes and kidnappings and sex trafficking, that they have a sense of support. I try to provide education to keep them aware of what's going on, how to protect themselves. I developed an initiative called the Self-Care Initiative, and I provide a lot of hygiene products, pads, tampons, deodorant, toothbrush, toothpaste, just essential things that a young lady would need to take care of herself, because a lot of ladies are without the essentials. And we know that bullying is very prevalent now, and I just want to decrease the depression, the anxiety, the suicide, and the truancies, because a lot of young ladies don't go to school when they have their menstruals because they're not properly prepared. I've gotten a lot of good feedback from different teachers, advisors, students saying thank you, because I'm not doing it for recognition. A lot of the things that the organization has done hasn't been broadcasted. A lot of the people that I've met have really just come into my life as like angels. I've been introduced to some amazing people, and I've just been able to give because I know that this life isn't just about me, and I'm here to serve, and that's what I'm doing. Prayer works, and you will definitely feel better once you know that you've done all that you can do and the rest is in God's hands. The future for Faith. I intend on going back to school August of 2020. I intend on expanding Broken to Peace Foundation and incorporating a mentorship program for young boys. I've been in the talks with a few gentlemen who have showed some interest in trying to help get the program for boys off the ground. So that's the goal for 2020. I also know that I just have to let God take the lead. So I can be reached on Instagram at Broken to Peace Foundation. That's BROKENTOPEACE Foundation. My email address is also brokentopeacefoundation@gmail.com. It is the same name on Facebook as well, Broken to Peace Foundation. We are always looking for volunteers, donations. The donations don't have to be monetary. We will accept sanitary pads, tampons, travel size deodorant, toothbrushes, toothpaste, hand sanitizers. We are in collaboration with a few schools in the Chicagoland area. We will bag those things up and donate them. My name is Faith, and you are watching The Insider.